So, within the past few days, a situation has unfolded regarding me. It's quickly spiraled out of control, so in this video I think it's important that I sit down and set the record straight. Like the intro sequence said, don't harass anyone mentioned in this video. Before we get into the main things at hand, we need to set the stage and provide some context. On September 21st, I made a 1 minute and 30 long short about the recent Michael Kovac livestream. For those who didn't know about it, recently Michael got a bunch of Funny Bunny related donations while doing his stream. He was clearly a bit frustrated with the frequency of them, but he cracked a couple jokes and said he doesn't actually ship any characters. Allegedly, the chat was being annoying as well, mentioning similar sort of comments and asking for spoilers. After the stream, Michael came out to clarify things on Twitter. He reaffirms what he said earlier, that he doesn't dislike ships, but he tries his best to avoid being involved with those things because he knows how toxic it can get. All of that was included in my original video, apart from the part about the stream comments. Where I made a mistake was in regards to the clip I used. The stream was a 4-hour stream, and the discourse I saw around it was on TikTok. Here is the exact TikTok I used, and here's my computer downloads folder showing it was indeed the one I used. The only thing I've changed is I've cropped out the little progress bar at the bottom so it looks cleaner, and I removed the dead air segments where Michael isn't talking. During that clip, Michael is sending a print from someone called Rihanna. I'll play the full clip.
Is for Rihanna DeLeon. It's Rihanna from CadaverCon 2024. I sadly won't be able to make it this year, but could you write some flirty... Why? Jax doesn't flirt. Here, I at least wrote this. Your character is a bunny. So I wrote, there's only room for one bunny around these parts. I wrote something simple. Hope you're okay. I'm doing fine. I'm just being a brat. Don't worry, I'm okay. I'm not actually like frustrated or angry. Maybe a little frustrated just because it does get a little annoying having to clarify some things, but it's something I don't mind doing. I'm not like angry. I just have to, if anything, I'm a little low energy now because I've dispersed a little bit of energy explaining things. You're lucky number 2525.
As you can see, Michael was fine with signing the print. It's just that he was feeling a bit low energy because of all the shipping related requests, so he changed what the message was and didn't write anything flirty like the request said. I will admit 100% I should have done my due diligence and checked the full livestream. It was a 4-hour livestream, but the least I could have done is searched through it for every time Funny Bunny was mentioned. I shouldn't have just used a TikTok clip at face value. Secondly, I apologise completely to Rihanna if anyone sent them hate as a result of my short. I didn't intend for that to happen, nor did I put forward the idea for people to engage in that behaviour. In my drama videos, I always include a disclaimer at the start to make it super duper clear that I don't encourage that. In YouTube Shorts, I can't do that, but it's completely valid to say that I should have made that clearer in my short. From here on, I'll discuss the situation after on a video that was made about me. So yesterday, YouTuber Oliver made a video called The Michael Kovac / Lmao situation is alarming. Oliver, like Rihanna, is 17 years old and he's her boyfriend. This is important because the ages will be relevant later. Firstly, I take issue with the title and thumbnail. The main crux of the video has to do with me, not Michael. This sentiment was carried over to how the video was shared. When Oliver shared his video, he added Michael in the posts. There's no need to pester him with this at all. With the way it's framed, it looks like Michael is in hot water or that there's beef between Michael and me. The text, "it's haunting" as well, makes it look far worse than things actually are. So moving on to the video, all of the allegations presented are just paper thin and completely wrong. First up, a minute in, Oliver shows a picture of the print and the special instruction. If we look at the bottom, it says, "Write something Jax would say to my OC bunny, Rain." What's peculiar with this is if we check a video Rihanna posted of her reacting to the print, we can see at the bottom that her request says, "Could you write something flirty?" This is backed up by what Michael said on stream. When he read it out, he said exactly that.
I won't be able to make it this year, but could you write some flirty... Why?
Why this image is different, I have no idea. Was it edited later to make the request appear more innocent? I'm not sure. In Rihanna's community post from 6 days ago, we see the new updated one. This was on the 18th, a day before Michael's stream on the 19th. So Rihanna likely realised that her request was a bit odd and changed it. However, the old one ended up being read by Michael. I think this is important to mention because neither Rihanna nor Oliver brought this up at all. So Oliver says that I didn't give full context and that the donation was about her OC and not Pomni. Okay, that doesn't really change what the issue was. The point of my video was that Michael kept getting bizarre requests on his Streamly. Myself and many others find them uncomfortable. We could sit here all day long doing he said, she said, but as I mentioned in my short, Michael tries his best to stay out of shipping related stuff. It's completely reasonable for people to find it a bit odd to donate to him asking him to sign flirty things. On the stream, Michael changed the donation to instead say, your character is a bunny, so I wrote there's only room for one bunny around these parts. I wrote something simple, hope you're okay, I'm doing fine, I'm just being a brat. Michael was tired of the shipping related requests, so he changed the message on the print. Continuing on with the video, Oliver shows a post from his girlfriend Rihanna, who made a community post about it. She says that she was being harassed and slandered over the situation. Of course, this is deplorable. But the post then weirdly shifts in tone and starts to blame me for it all. It says that I'm one of the people responsible for the harassment against many underage creators. This makes no sense. My video was meant to inform, not to start a flame war. As regular viewers of my channel know, I rarely if ever get involved in dramas. I always like to weigh up both sides, and when I give my opinion, I try to be as fair as possible. This is seen in my short. All I said was that the clips made me feel uncomfortable and that I agree with Michael. That's it. I didn't direct anyone anywhere. The clips used were anonymous, so nobody was mentioned by name. It mentions underage creators in plural, which again is just disingenuous. I didn't know Rihanna was 17, and even so that didn't affect anything. I didn't send hate her way, nor did I mention anyone in the video. It mentions the trans femme Jax artist. I think it's referring to the Daisy situation from a few weeks ago where I covered that. Basically, a Reddit user co-opted the Daisy Jax trend and started spamming subreddits. Gooseworks made a post about it and later apologised because she regretted posting and should have sent them a private message instead. I did a simple video on that, agreeing with Goose and saying that the trend was really cool and that it was a shame that the Reddit drama was bringing it down. So this was just something that was randomly tacked on, perhaps to make me appear transphobic. We then get to the worst part of the video. Oliver says that I caused multiple minors to get harassed. Again, like I said earlier, who are these people? Why are the minors in plural? It just feels like these people weren't a fan of me making a video about something they were involved in and just twisted the facts to fit their narrative. Rihanna being a minor isn't mentioned anywhere. It isn't in any of her bio sections, nor was it in the original clip. I'm being blamed for harassing a minor when I didn't even know there was a minor involved in the first place. Again, I had no intention of sending hate to any party, but they're wording things in the absolute worst way. He then word for word says that I caused his girlfriend to come on the brink of suicide.
And causing my girlfriend to come on the brink of suicide. That is not okay in any way, shape, or form.
Suicide is a serious topic, but this is genuinely disgusting to say. I didn't once send harassment or hate to Rihanna. I shouldn't have to say this, but I'm not responsible. This video makes insane assumptions based on limited or completely broken evidence. Like I said earlier, although I could have been clearer in my short, its intention was never to harm. But to put blame on me for this is not only irrational, but also extremely upsetting. While I understand why some people can have disagreement over what happens in the community, we should never stoop lower. Harassment and hatred has no place in the indie animation community. Oliver in his video says not to harass me, but since his video was posted I've been sent threats. Unlike in his video, I'll show them on screen. I've had people call me a danger to children. There's been comparisons made with Chris Hansen gifs. People have made absurd allegations in the comments. There's people saying to mass report my channel. In one of the comments, Rihanna said that I'm putting underage users in danger. She says that I didn't actually mean any harm to her, and this contradicts what's said in the video. They seem to understand that I didn't mean any harm with my video, but for whatever reason, they've jumped straight to the least charitable outlook on what I did. They continue saying that I don't censor out usernames and use art without permission, mentioning the trans femme Jax artist. Like I said earlier, this is being twisted. I always censor out users when I mention tweets in my videos. The posts I didn't censor out in my Daisy Jax video were the artists, so that they would be credited. I didn't harass anyone or tell my audience to in the video either, but I included the artists' names with the tweets so that they would be credited. This is now being spun as me putting minors in danger. These art pieces were in there to explain where the Daisy Jax trend came from, to show off some cool art. I never once said, oh yeah, I made these art pieces by the way, or oh guys, grab your torches and pitchforks, let's go harass them. In another comment, one user asks how I harassed them. Rihanna says that the situation started because of TikTok, which I mentioned earlier, that the TikToker apologized and that I saw the TikTok. This is just an admittance that what I said earlier was correct. As I said before, I'm sorry if Rihanna did get hate, but that was never my intention. If she did get hate, it was likely because of TikTok and Twitter talking about it. If someone watched my short or anyone else's and went out of their way to find Michael's stream, find Rihanna's segment, and search for her username to find her account, that's entirely possible. But I don't know how many more times I can say this. I'm not at fault for simply discussing something and giving my opinion on it. I'm not immediately responsible for everything that has occurred. Yes, Rihanna did send me a message request on Twitter and leave a comment. However, I just didn't get a chance to respond to it. I have a life outside of YouTube, and although I was on Twitter, I have plenty of message requests. The best way to reach me is to open a ticket in my Discord server. That didn't happen. Instead, Rihanna sent one Twitter DM that politely asked me to rethink the whole thing. This escalated immediately after. In less than a day, a YouTube post was put up saying that I'm a danger to minors, and then this hit piece video was made by her boyfriend. I'm sorry, but one day is absolutely not enough time. To escalate from a polite DM to a full-on video in such a short span of time is insane. As I said earlier, Rihanna and Oliver are 17. I don't think they've sat down intentionally and said, hey, let's cancel Lmao. Oliver says in his video that his point isn't to harass me. However, with the way he's presented things, ironically what he said I did has happened to me. I've been sent a wave of hate, my words have been completely warped, and I'm sat here having to respond when I should be back to making videos on indie animations. It's important that I set the record straight. In conclusion, I hope this has clarified things. I always try my best to take criticism on board, but there's a difference between fair criticism and wishing ruin on me. What I like to do here with my channel is share my honest opinions on projects I am passionate about. I was extremely shocked seeing this unfold, and honestly I just want to move forward. I've said everything I could, I've apologised for the mistakes I made, and I clarified everything else. If you have any thoughts on the situation, leave a comment down below, and like I say in every video, thank you for watching.